I believe the idea of increasing taxes continually as a way of expanding the budget is not necessarily a good idea. We can derive innovative ways of deriving additional revenue only if the government decides to man up to the challenges. When I supported the current president, I was cognizant of his age and his experience, and I really thought that he still has to prove that he has the capacity to develop the spine to put in place some mechanism that will ultimately increase the revenue base of our country. For example, the forest sector. The forest sector is largely underperforming because the government does not have a policy of its own to drive that sector. International partners are sitting right there at FDA determining what the country does with its forest sector, restraining the capacity of the government to generate revenue. Just a few years ago, when Mr. Taylor governed this country, and he had all his SSAs, but let's dwell on the positive side of it. Let's dwell on the positive side of it. We didn't have electricity in this country, but we're producing plywood in your county, Bassett. We're producing plywood in Maryland. We're producing plywood in River D. The country was industrializing, and we were generating money from export. 20 years on, we have electricity, and we are importing plywood. We have one of the largest rainforests in West Africa. The spine, the president has to develop the spine, the capacity to just say, look, well, how come people who are exporting logs are investors? There are investors there. If that's to export logs, then Liberians should do it. The reason why we want investors to come in the logging industry is to take the logging industry to another level where we generate additional revenue that will give our currency value, that will provide jobs, that will bring in serious money in the country. For 20 years, even the port of Harbour has not been dredged. It will impact the revenue of our country. If we are able to just develop the spine and say over the next 5 years, nobody who's involved in logging in this country should just carry logs. Let it industrialize. Let them get at least a component. It happened before when we didn't have electricity, it can happen. But the spine, the foresight, we don't have it. Let's come to the iron ore sector. From time immemorial, the same people who control the sector around the continent come and say this is the best international practice. They give us 3%, 2%. The leaders cannot develop the spine to say, look, we're not going to accept 3%, 4%. The spine. They should develop the spine that you talked about the last time. And in this case, President Parker has to develop it. Why you develop what? Sanction? We will not develop a country by depending on aid. Small money. I hear the minister talking about, and I understand his orientation here and Amara. They've been around the USAID, IMF, World Bank. Look around us. People who go to take the country from one level to another level are people who are brave and people who are innovative, not people who are going to depend on this thing. Oh, how much you will get from additional taxes? Go to your SOE. Oh, my man, the last time you gave 500,000, put another 100,000. That's a joke. That's a joke. We're joking.
But do you think they don't know the right thing to do?
Look at the iron ore sector. To just determine that this rail was put here by the Liberian government. This rail was put here by the Liberian government. Mito cannot own it. Other people must use it to generate protection. Other people must generate revenue from it. We are not able to develop a spine to do it in 20 years. What are you talking about here? Oh, my man. The second all these concessions, ratify all the concessions. If they don't sell it, ratify all the concessions.
Dr. You are not recognized.
International community.
You were in the house. You waited for all the concession.
They know, but they will never make sure that nothing's happening. We will continue being poor.
And be begging.
That's the kind of country we have to have it as that will be running. Support anybody.
What is Harry to support? Who is to support?
Now you will support me.
What the money?
Sarah Dawkins, you are fine. Sarah Dawkins, you are fine 2 times. All right. Sarah Dawkins, you are fine 3 times. All right. 3 times. $300 total.
I will collect the file. I'll collect the file.
Pay the salary.
I'll collect it from him. Yeah. So in the iron ore area,
Sarah Dawkins, you are fine.
they come and say,
Collect it from him. Sarah Dawkins, second fine.
I'm the collector. I'll collect it from him. Yeah. So in the iron ore sector where we are supposed to generate millions, if not billions, they bring to us the template that this is international best practice. Go to Guinea. But are you people carrying the template to Guinea? Go to Ghana, but you people carry it there. You people are the same people who derive the template. You need leaders who will say, you know what happened? For our resources, this is what we desire. To take the country to another level. If we can make a simple decision as to the country reclaiming the real. Where we going? Then you talk about, you see, and then they get vexed. They get vexed with President Trump. He's doing what the Americans desire of him. He decided, you know what happened? We're not in any climate business. We got oil here, we mine it. It affects the climate, our people be satisfied, that's not our responsibility. In Liberia, the people say we can test our forest. The people live in the forest in abject poverty, beneath the humanity line. And they will tell who will give you 3 million. They're giving $500 billion to people in aid. They gave us 3 million, 4 million. Say, oh, the people took the 10 million. Are we joking? But God has given us everything. Why we lack His leadership and inspiring to move the country forward? Why we lack His leadership? Yeah. On a serious note, so Sarah Biney, yeah. Let me come up. We talk about
I didn't ask her about the thing.
Okay,
I agree. All the good points are also tied into our oversight.
Revenue, okay. No, but no, this
one our
oversight. They want is policy on the part of the executive. We cannot develop the policy.
So we're driving the policy. We're driving it. We have the oversight to make sure.
I will agree with you if you say there will be no ratification that comes here without us having this in it. Then you